So after that day, it was in the summertime. I decided to put a little pool up on the side of the house for my grandkids when they came to visit on the weekends. And it was about, I don't know, not quite 3 feet high, but just one of those soft side pools. You know what I mean? And they'd swim, and I bought them all kinds of diving rings and diving sticks, the things that sink to the bottom, so they wouldn't blow off in the wind or anything. So when they were done swimming, I'd throw them all in the pool in the center, and we'd go on about our business. Well, next day we'd come out, every one of those bright neon colored diving sticks and rings were scattered all over the yard. They're everywhere. Okay, up to this point, who knew? But I was just recently moved in. There hadn't been kids on that property for generation.
Right.
So we throw them all back in. The kids swim. That went on for about a week, and the kids went home because it was summertime, and I went out there about a week later, and they were again all thrown out. And my husband's saying, "Well, maybe it's raccoons." I mean, raccoons aren't going to swim in 3 feet of water to grab out every diving stick in a pool and chuck it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was standing about 20 feet away from the pool. Had no problems with it. And I just said to the air, to whatever. I looked at the pool, and all the junk's all on the lawn again. I said, apparently something living here does not like kids having a swimming pool here. That's what I said. And right when I said that, when you're going to cave a pool in and you step on it, it goes out and the water comes out. It caved in like something had stepped on it. Nothing was there. Had stepped on the side, and all the water flew out of the pool. So the next day I tore it down and threw it away.
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight. Nothing there that I could see. But it didn't just collapse because of weight of water. Something stepped down and indented, because it went into the pool, not out of the pool.
Something flattened out one side, drained the water. Right in front of
you. Yep.
Oh my God. Holy cow. Were you feel, were you scared?
No.
Of course not.
None of this stuff has ever scared me. It never has.
Isn't that weird too? That's kind of odd.
Now comes the scary part, because this is the one time I did get the dread. About 2 months later, like I said, we didn't smoke in the house. About between 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, we had a great big wooden porch on the front of the house. And it's all cleared out in front. The trees don't come into play in the yard for like 20 feet away from the side of the house. So I went out, and as soon as I stepped out on the porch, it was completely black. I never turned the lights on to go out there at night, because we had foxes and possums and all kinds of stuff that it scared, and I fed them all. So I didn't want to scare them. So I stepped out in the dark, and as soon as I closed the door to my back, the edge of the porch is about 8 feet long before you hit the side of the house. There was something there. Nothing I could see. But you know when something is that, like someone walks up behind you, you can feel their presence before they ever reach you.
Yeah.
It was that, and it was so heavy that I had the pain in my chest, and your guts drop. And I still didn't, I wasn't freaking out or anything, because I'm used to this junk. But I've never had that fear. But I had that fear then, and I knew something was standing there. And I lit my cigarette, and I looked over that way, and I said, I know you're there. You're not scaring my ass back into the house. So I finished my cigarette. Nothing happened. That feeling stayed for about a minute or two. And then I had a huge set of bamboo wind chimes hanging in the tree about 10 feet away. No wind at all. All of a sudden I hear, with the bamboo chimes, click, 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 click. It did that rhythm about 5-6 times. I said, okay, I get it. You're musical. Finished my cigarette, put it out, went back in the house. So, I don't know. Crazy stuff.
That'd be creepy. That'd be really creepy.
That's the only time I've had any kind of fright whatsoever.
So what do you think that was?
Well, I have no idea. It could have been something from the cemetery. It could have been the thing looking in the window. Now, I've since divorced. Well, we didn't divorce. We separated. And I moved out. I moved about an hour away and bought my own house. But my husband and I keep in contact. We talk a couple times a week. He said he has seen the same thing look in the window once since I left.
He said what?
He saw the thing look through the kitchen window.
He did. No way.
But he said none of that has ever happened in all their generations before I got there.
Your fault.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so
So he did it scare him?
nah. Because
No.
I already told him about it. He's a big burly. He's an 18-year Army vet.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We just, he'd wring your neck if you said anything to him. No,
Right.
it didn't